Welcome back. Nat and I joined by Taylor and Nash, mental health counselors and owners of Mending Roots, a mental health clinic here in Mankato. Thank you guys very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Tell us how important it is for Mending Roots and May Mental Health Awareness Month to just kind of talk about it, really talk about it.
Yeah, well, it's so important to be able to have honest conversations about mental health because while we've taken a lot of good steps in the last few years, I think there's still a lot of stigma and fear around counseling and having to make those kinds of big changes that a lot of us are scared to make in our own lives. And to be able to have those honest conversations with the people who we love that might be struggling and just trying to move past some of the barriers that still exist.
I have a question for you guys. I feel like the past generation, they didn't really like talking about mental health. There's a big stigma, like you had said. Do you feel a difference with now? Do you feel like people are more inclined to talk about mental health?
I feel like it's been developing so much in the last like 10, 20 years that it's not this big scary thing that you need to like hide away from or be embarrassed about like it used to be. And we're also starting to notice so much about how if our mental health is good, then our family does better and then the community does better. So it's not just that one person's mental health, it's also how that radiates out for the entire community. Because if we're all doing better, then we're all doing better. And I think that thing is really important for us to see too in mental health and let people know that like if you're doing better, then that means you're gonna work harder, you're gonna be better for your kids, you're gonna be better for the community, and that's really important for us to see, especially you know, in these times where we need a little bit more community.
It's almost like a ripple effect.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. So Mending Roots specifically, what do you guys offer for those who want to break that stigma maybe?
Yeah, we have a very wide variety of services that we offer. I mainly work with adults and I do a lot of trauma work, but Nash does a lot of play therapy with kids, and we have a counselor who does addiction services and one that specializes in neurodivergence, and so we're really wanting to accommodate to anybody's needs who might be coming in so they don't feel like, oh, you only offer these specific services and I have to look elsewhere.
Yeah. And we do brain spotting, which is a really kind of newer version of how to do trauma work, and it's really exciting to see how that helps a lot of our trauma clients that we have. And you know, I do a lot of the play therapy, so we really try to service the entire family as one unit. Like there's a lot of times where we're going to be seeing, like I'll see the kids and then their parents are going to be seen by somebody there too. So we do a holistic approach to how we work with families and stuff like that too.
Family oriented. I like that a lot. That's super cool. So what does maybe signing up look like? If someone was interested, whether it was a family or a singular person, how should they go about that?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. We have an intake form that's filled out on our website, and that just gets sent straight to us. And then we give you a call, or you know, even if you're more comfortable with texting, that's something that we're set up to do too. And it's pretty straightforward from there, all online.
What are common misconceptions when it comes to mental health?
I think
there's probably a few.
So many to go over, but I think the biggest one is that people feel like there's something wrong with them or that they're broken. And most of the time that's not the case at all. Like we're just looking at somebody who's really stuck, probably somebody who's really alone. And so that's our job to come in and tell you like, you're not alone, you're not this horrible person. Like it's scary, but we're here to help collaborate with you to make your life better. And so I think that's the biggest thing, pushing past that barrier if there's something wrong with me or that there's something embarrassing about having these services, and you know, trying to change it so it's no different than, you know, going to the doctor or, you know, having something physical wrong with you that you need something fixed, and our brain and our body are so connected in that way.
That's super cool. So maybe I have a friend or a parent or a sibling and I want to have a conversation with them about their mental health. What recommendations do you have for me to go about that?
I always like to start with just being really supportive and nurturing with them in that moment, because that might be something that they've been thinking about too, or they're really nervous about, or they're worried about how people are going to view that. And if you can really be supportive and nurturing for them in that moment, it's going to allow them to be like, okay, this is a safe place for me to be able to bring that out and seek this help that I need.
That's super cool.
So one more time, people want to find you, learn more about Mending Roots, where can they do so?
We do have a Facebook page, Mending Roots. Our website is mending-roots.therapy.com, and then we have an email, mendingrootsTherapy@gmail.com.
Bravo to you remembering the website name. That's awesome.
Well, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So